Hello people, folks. I put folks and people together and ended up being feeple. I literally just came home. It's Friday night. I went to Grand Blue Fest, which is a special event for the Grand Blue Fantasy mobile game, which I barely play these days because of how much of a time sink it is. And you know, I was looking forward to all day to coming home and playing Fire Emblem Engage, which is, you know, my favorite game series of all. And as I come home at midnight Japan time, I see a news tweet come out from the English side of Vanguard Twitter, and I'm like, what is this? So basically, the English side of Vanguard Twitter put up an announcement of like upcoming release dates, right? So everyone's used to upcoming release dates, right? It's like, you know, it's the usual, right? You get your new sets, like, okay, cool, the Messiah Stride deck set is going to be on June 9th. That's great. You know, it's in half a year, but, you know, it's coming. And then set 10 is also on June 9th, so both are going to release at the same time, which is a bit different from the Japanese one. In Japan, we're getting Messiah before set 10, but you know, that's cool. But then, this Premium Battle Deck Set 2023. What the hell is this? So I see this and I'm like, the first thing that pops into my mind is Pokemon Battle League sets. Like, basically Pokemon has these products that they print every year where they essentially have just it's like competitive ready decks that are there to help people start getting to the game. And like, we've begged for this, unrealistically begged for it. Like, honestly, in my opinion, I've been begging for something like this for so many years from Bushiroad, but I was like, it hasn't happened in 12 years or 11 years. It's just not going to happen at this point, right? But it did. So it does say more info. So let's check it out. Like, I literally know nothing other than the fact that it's Nightrose and Harry, and that these are VR reprints, right? So, you know, they say that Premium Battle Deck Set, this Stride Deck Set Messiah, and Set 10 will release June 9th, and this releases May 12th. So yeah, keep an eye out. Click on the banners below for more. So alright, we already know about these products. Let's see what the hell this is. Premium Battle Deck Set 2023. So this releases in May, so in 5 months time. It features both Pale Moon and Grand Blues. I'm assuming it is one product, just literally one product. It is one deck set that contains one pre-constructed Pale Moon deck with 50 cards with 13 holos. Hold up, 50 cards that includes 13 holos and 18 types of holo. Is it random? And then G deck, which is 60 cards, so a full 16 card G zone with 10 holos and 10 types. Okay, so it's, oh, I think what it means is that, like, of the 50 cards, there's 13 of them are holo, and there's 18 different types of cards. Sorry, I'm slow. It's almost 1 a.m. here. But, and then the G zone is 10 different cards and 10 holos. So you basically get one of each holo, which is really impressive. And then on top of that, 12 cards inclusive of 4 holos, 4 types. And then you get the same for Grand Blue, which is a main deck of 50 cards with 13 holos, and a G zone of 16 cards with 10 holos, and another 12 cards. A short storage box, a set of fighters coins, and 2 play sheets. So they say, introducing the Premium Battle Deck Set 2023 for the premium format. This product features 2 ready-to-play pre-constructed premium decks. Perfect product for anyone who wishes to start playing in the premium format. We're printing popular cards for premium. So you have, I'm pretty sure Dancing Princess has never had a reprint. This card right here, this lady, was printed in 2012. It's been 11 years. 11 years, and this was the only printing. I'm pretty confident that it is the only printing, but that's insane, right? This as well was only printed in GBT05. Crescent was only GBT05 and never printed. These two are more recent, but even then they're like super important cards. Popular G units, like some of these have had reprints in recent English exclusive sets, but even then this is like incredible. The other interesting thing to me is that there is nowhere so far on this that says this is English exclusive. So there is a chance this might come out on the Japanese side too, if they deem it to be something that could sell. But for that, they have to first foster the premium community in Japan a bit more, because it won't be as like ready and happy about this as the English community is. So you got important units reprinted. So I'm assuming it's gonna be just a full G zone. Effect triggers are printed, including Heal Guardians, PGs, Drop PGs, and Strike Crits, and all that stands. That's crazy. Yo, they just put the whole, like, I literally have not seen this yet. They just put the whole thing out there. That's insane. So we can actually break this down in terms of like the lists. So the Night Rose one contains 2 Night Roses, 2 Skull Dragons, 4 Beatrices, which is fine. Because for premium deck, you are actually playing more Beatrice, and it's more so that Night Rose is the more recognizable card here. And then the Night Storms, which is the old Night Storm too. 2 Greed Shade, 4 Columbard, 2 Skeleton Cannon, 2 Ghost Ship. Like, this is... Isn't this, like, perfect? 3 Sea Strollings, 4 Dancing Cutlass. Like, some of these are, like, less maybe tech than you would expect, but it's still amazing. Is this the new Grenache? Or is this the old Grenache? I'm assuming... I'm curious. Like, is this... Which Grenache this might be? I'm assuming it's a V-Series Grenache, probably. And then we got... The OT is in this. The over trigger is in this. And all relevant triggers are also reprinted. You get 2 of one Night Rose Strike, 2 of the other. Jumble Dragon, I'm not sure what that is. Big Obadiah, regular Obadiah, Bartholomew. Okay, so like not every G unit obviously is like something you would necessarily play. But still, like this is really good. Let's take a look at the Harry one. Again, I haven't seen these yet. Alright, we got Lore Pigeon Pop, all that kind of stuff. Crescent Moon Juggler, very cool. Dancing Princess has 2 copies. The 4 Harrys this time, so this one gives you 4 of the VR because it's the most important card. 4 Purple Trapezist. That's crazy. These are insane reprints. You got the OT again. The 2 Harry Strides Mephisto, Millward Yvette. Dark Lord Princess in here as well. This is really good. This is like really, really good. But there's like one big question the whole time that I'm looking at this is like, how much will this cost? Like, because if we take a look, let me pull up the Battle League decks for Pokemon. So the League Battle decks, this is what I was talking about for Pokemon, right? Basically I think once per year or maybe twice per year, they basically release these kind of products, which is not the best deck of the meta, not like the BDIF that like everyone plays, but basically a deck that a lot of people would play, right? A very good competitive deck. But as you can see, like these require you to buy 2. So, you know, even though this costs just, you know, let's say like if it's 24 pounds, that's like, you know, kind of closing in, let's say $30, right? Let's say just say $30 for general price. But with the content of the deck itself, I don't know if they put a card list anywhere here, but basically on the back of the product, you basically see that it's, they only give you 2 of each thing. So you essentially have to buy 2. So you're spending $60, but you get a really good entry product. And, you know, it's not all of it is amazing. Like you can like swap out a couple cards, but it's generally speaking like a tournament ready deck that you can go in with. And I'm assuming that this is what Bushiroad is trying to also target with this, because you basically take a popular concept, which is Rummy Labyrinth of Granblue and Pale Moon, and you basically just like slap on like insane reprints and a really good starter product. Like this basically answers this question, because like I've given this criticism a few times. Like for those of you that watch my streams regularly, I have criticized Bushiroad quite a few times in the past that like, yeah, it's cool that they're putting out like Stride deck sets and like all these like, you know, Stride deck sets is like a really amazing way for people to get into standard, and like trial decks and start decks and all this like other ways to get into standard, but there's no good entry product into premium or V premium. And this is literally the first ever good entry product into premium. Like this is game changing. This is ridiculous in terms of how much it does for like just giving accessibility to the other formats that Vanguard has that aren't just standard. And like even though I myself prefer standard, this is insane, you know? And like technically you could even take this into like, it's a bit hard to like say like, oh yeah, you can take this and learn V with it because it's got a bunch of G and like, you know, premium only cards, but it's still such an incredible thing. And the fact that they basically, yeah, like even if this was like, let's say this is $100, if you can just find a friend that wants to split this with you and you pay 50 each, like you get a full like playable tournament ready premium deck for less price than a standard video game, which is pretty insane. I mean, I like me my standard video games, but this is very impressive. This is insanely impressive. And it's like, yeah, like when you look at the prices of the cards inside the thing, if this whole thing costs like $100, which I'm assuming realistically is probably around what it might, maybe it'll be less, we'll see, because it includes 2 full decks and like a lot of holos. So I feel like it might be pretty expensive, but even then, when you look at everything inside here, the price speaks for itself. Like, it is insane. So yeah, people in chat already saying like, here's a card that's not reprinted like Fairfield, make sure you pick it up. So 1 full premium deck or 1 inlet, I mean, it's definitely an argument, that's for sure. Like with how expensive some things have been getting lately, this is more of the kind of thing we need, and I would love for them to keep doing more of this. Like, I'm assuming they're gonna test the waters with it for now, but this is an amazing idea. I pray that this does well. I obviously, you know, I live in Japan, I don't play with English cards anymore, but I might just pick some up just to like have, you know, because it's just such a cool idea. And you know, if Bushiroad, you wanna get some sponsored products out there for your content creators, then we are open arms. But this is super cool. This is genuinely super cool. So this is the extra 4 cards have not been revealed yet. Okay, so yeah, you basically get another like 12 cards, well, like other 4 types of cards that we don't know yet. So I'm assuming for something like Grand Blue, for example, if you don't put in the old Grenache in, it'll be like the old Grenache on top, or like other cards that are like teched all the time. So definitely would be interesting to find out what else they're putting in as those like extra upgradable packs. This just kind of looks like what they like when they were saying like the Youthberg trial deck would have like, oh, cool interchangeable cards for your trial deck. It's like, this looks like what it actually would have been if it was properly done. Which is just like huge props to English Bushiroad, right? You know, Korean Bushiroad has definitely been doing some good work lately, but English showing that they're fully capable. So let me know in the comments what you think of this. Yeah, true, these could actually be quick shields and like markers and stuff that are like the bonus cards that we'll find out. But let me know what you think about this in the comments, because this came out of nowhere for me. Like, it's finally something that I've been asking for so long actually being done, which is just like, what? It's crazy to me. So I'm super happy. I could not be happier seeing this news. This is incredible. But I want to know from you as well, what do you think about this announcement? What are you like, how are you digesting it? Like, to me, I'm just like, what the hell just happened? Like, this is crazy. So, and like, what other decks would you like to see in this fashion? Like, are there any V decks that you'd like to see reprinted like this? Are there any other premium decks that you feel like would make like for a cool dynamic? Like, Rummy Labyrinth is just like a perfect starting idea, like, honestly, but they could still do more, right? They still could do more. You know, I could see Jet versus Luard, like that kind of thing would be super sick. And I wonder what else they might make out of this in coming years, because this is really cool. And yeah, include Elementary Sanctitude, that'd be a great reprint. But anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.